from CCNY and your Baruch Bearcats. And this time we ask you all to please rise as we honor America with the singing of the national anthem. Oh, sing and you see that long's early light, on so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembled, the bombs bursting there gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, the sailors that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
After he does the intros, we're going to probably start playing music. We're going to go mute, and then just right before we start, you'll go.
Here on tonight's starting lineups, first for the visiting Beavers.
Shut it down right
A
away.
freshman outside hitter from Queens, number 3, the Tim Calvin. Freshman center from Seattle, Washington, number 4, Aubrey Jones. Sophomore outside hitter from Muminovic, New York, number 8, Bianca Coutron. Freshman middle blocker from Brooklyn, number 9, Amina Chung. A sophomore middle blocker from Manhattan, New York, number 14, Serena Water. Sophomore outside hitter from New York City, number 24, Maria Rivas. And a sophomore leader from the Bronx, number 10, Viviana and torrid. Head coaches Bob Ford, the assistant coaches Eugene Riley and Leanne Fenn. Now receiving starting lineup for your CUNYAC Bearcats. A sophomore middle hitter from Staten Island, number 1,
Hello and welcome to the CUNY quarterfinals. We have the Baruch Bearcats versus the CCNY Beavers, and we have the Bearcats starting off. Ebihari, number 13, digs it out, goes to Beavers' end. Nice effort by the Beavers to try to dig that one out, but unfortunately we're unable to. So the ball will go back to the server's line of the Baruch Bearcats. Number 4, Muminovic at the server's line. She'll go back row on that one. Some miscue on Beavers' end, so the point will go to the Bearcats. Number 4, Amina Muminovic, sophomore from Astoria, New York, will go back row on that one. Nice effort by CCNY to get it back over the court to the Bearcats. And a nice strong swing by number 6, Chung, finding some real estate on the back end of the court. And that will be a point for the Bearcats once again. The winner of tonight's game will go on to the semifinals, which will be held Thursday, November 3rd at higher seeds. So we'll find out at the end of these sets who will be going to the semifinals. And that'll be another point for the Bearcats. They are now 4-0, with a nice server's run is number 4. She's a setter, and she's at the server's line one more time, and she'll go middle row on that one. And point for the Bearcats, picking up some nice speed early in the set. And there'll be timeout for CCNY. We'll be right back. And we're back here, still in the first set, and the Bearcats are leading 5-0. Number 4, Muminovic at the server's line. She'll go back row on that one. And a nice strong swing by CCNY to get that one over, and a nice effort by the Bearcats to get it back over after it went up into the rafters. Nice dig out for Kushner. Ebihari sends that one back over the net. Some nice volley on both sides, but the Beavers will end up on top in the end. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Bearcats will end up on top as the Beavers swing too hard on that one and leaving the ball out of bounds.
Great job, City. Keep it up. Let's go.
Still, once again at the server's line is Muminovic. And the Beavers just won their first point here in the set. Finding a nice spot on the line where the Bearcats did not defend. And we'll have Rivas, number 24 at the server's line for the Beavers. Ebihari will dig it out. And the ball will just go outside the court on that one, so the point will go to the Bearcats. And we'll have number 6, Chung, sophomore from Staten Island, defensive specialist at the server's line for the Bearcats. Chung will go middle row on that one. Beavers will dig it out. And some nice effort by the Beavers to try to keep that that one on the court, but unfortunately it went out of bounds off of Beavers' hands. So the point and ball will go to the Bearcats, specifically number 6 at the service line. Chung will go in the same spot, middle row once again. And it seems like there was some last-minute efforts by CCNY to get that one over the net, but unfortunately went out of bounds once again. So the point will go to the Bearcats, 9-1 here in the first set. Chung will go in the same exact spot once again, but a delayed dig out for number 3. So the Beavers will once again call a timeout. We'll be right back. And we're back here, still in the first set, 10-1. Leading is the Bearcats. Chung will go back row on that one. Beavers will dig it out and tap it back over. But they found a nice sweet spot in the middle of the court. So the point will go to CCNY. And we'll have number 9, Nyla Tom, freshman middle blocker from Brooklyn, New York, at the service line for the Beavers. Tom will go back row to Kushner as she digs it out. Muminovic will send it to Feratovic, and she'll slap that one over back court. Point for the Bearcats. We'll have some sub-ins on Baruch's end. Nine in for 3. And we'll have number 9, Fernanda Zamora, at the service line for the Bearcats. Sophomore. Defensive specialist will go back row on that one. Beavers will dig it out. Nice strong swing by the Beavers, passing through all the Bearcats and finding some nice real estate in the middle of the court. Point for CCNY as they trail the Bearcats 11-3 here in the first set. And we'll have number 8, Bianca Catral, sophomore, at the service line for the Beavers. She'll tip that one over the net. Surprising a lot of Bearcats. No one was able to dig that one out, so the point will go to the Beavers. Catral, once again at the service line for the Beavers. Just gained a server's ace. She'll go back row on that one. Ebihari will dig it out, and Kushner will send it back over the net. Alatorre will dig that one out. And Baruch blockers kept that one off the court and gained a point. So number 8, Anesa Feratovic at the service line for the Bearcats junior. She'll go middle row. They'll dig it out. Catral will send it over the net, and Chung will dig that one out for the Bearcats. Muminovic send it to Kushner, and Kushner will slap that one back row. Number 3, Coppin, got a wrong spin on the ball for the Beavers, so the point will go to the Bearcats. And we'll have Feratovic at the service line once again for the Baruch Bearcats. Feratovic will go back row on that one. Seems like our front line Bearcats surprised the Beavers as they seemed to tap it over, but gave it more of a strength for it to travel to the back end of the court. surprising the Beavers. So the point and ball will go to Feratovic at the service line. She'll go middle back row on that one. Beavers will dig it out and slap it back over to Chung to dig it out. Muminovic will send it to Kushner, and Kushner will find a nice sweet spot in the middle of the court. Baruch leading 15-4 in the first set. Anesa, Feratovic at the service line. Feratovic will go middle back once again, same spot. Will be a fumble on the Beavers' end, so points once again will go to the Bearcats. Anesa will go middle back once in the same spot once again. And out of bounds off of Bearcats' hands, point for the Beavers. Let's see if they can pick up some speed here in the first set. We'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end, 24 in for number 2. And then we'll have number 3, Fatima Coppin, freshman from Queens, New York at the service line for the Beavers. She'll go to middle row Chung as she digs it out. And Perkowski, too strong of a swing on that one, will go out of bounds. And the Beavers will serve once again at the line. Coppin will go back row to Kushner. And will be some miscue on Bearcats' end. Nobody was sure who was going to get that, so the ball will go back to Coppin as she just gained an ace. Coppin will go to Chung once again. And Kushner will send it back row to number 10, Libero. And Coppin will tap it back over as Feratovic digs it out. And a nice swing by Perkowski as she gets that one over to the Beavers' court and off Beavers' hands out of bounds. The point will go to the Bearcats. Number 10, Elizaveta Kushner at the service line for Baruch. We are now 17-7 here in the first set. Kushner will go middle row on that one, and Coppin will try to dig it out. And Rivas will tap it over, and off Bearcats' hands will go. Point will go to the Beavers. We'll have some sub-ins on Beavers in. 9 in for 14. And we'll have number 10, Libero. Alatorre at the server's line, and she'll go middle row on that one. Kushner keeps it inside the court for the Bearcats. And Rivas taps it over once again. A nice tap over by Rivas twice in a row. And there'll be a timeout in Baruch's end. We'll be right back. And we're back here, still in the first set. Score is 17-9, Bearcats. Number 10, Alatorre at the service line for the Beavers. Bearcats dig it out, and Chung sends it back over off Beavers' hands, out of bounds. Point will go to the Bearcats. And we'll have number 13. Minami, Ebihari at the service line. She'll go middle row on that one to Kopp, and she'll dig it out, and Rivas will send it over to Kushner as she digs that out. Muminovic will go to Chung as she slaps it over back row. Rivas will tap it over to Feratovic, and Chung will slap it over the net. Number 10, libero Alatorre will dig it out, and Koppen will send it over for the Beavers. Ebihari will dig it out. Taveras will send it back over, tapping it slightly, and Rivas will strongly swing that one middle court. Alatorre digging it out. Nice volley on both ends, but Rivas did not get that one over the net for the Beavers, so the point will go to the Bearcats. Number 13, Ebihari will once again take it back to the service line for the Bearcats. Ebihari will go middle row to Koppen, and she digs it out. Rivas will set it up for Catral. She goes back row to Kushner. Some struggle to keep it in bounds for the Bearcats, and just so slightly tapped over by Ebihari. And a nice effort by Kushner to dig it out, but not there in time. Point for the Beavers. And number 4, Aubrey Jones, freshman setter from Seattle, Washington, at the service line for CCNY. Jones will go middle row to Kushner. She digs it out. Muminovic will send it to Chung. She'll go back row and not there in time. It's number 10, libero, to dig it out.
6, Sarah Chung at the 20th minute. Number 4, Muminovic serves.
Number 4, Muminovic at the service line. She'll go to Koppen, and she digs that out. Jones will set it up for Rivas. And a nice spin over the net, luckily for the Bearcats. Muminovic once again at the service line for Baruch. She'll go back row to Alatorre. She'll dig it out, and Jones will set it up for Catral. And a nice play for the Beavers as Catral finds some nice real estate empty on the back end of the court. Bearcats were not able to dig that one out. We'll now have number 24, Ariana Rivas, sophomore from New York, at the service line for the Beavers. And that'll be a server's error for Rivas as it goes too strong off the court. And the ball and point will be sent to number 6, Sarah Chung. There'll be some sub-ins on Beavers end, 24 out and 2 in. And Chung will go back row to Alatorre. That was a hard ball to recover. She tried to dig it out, but was too high up there. So that'll be an ace for Chung. And Chung will now go again, back court. Number 2 digs it out. Catral tries to send it over, but Baruch blockers got the best of her. And now this could be set point for the Bearcats as they lead 24-11 here in the first set. Sarah Chung at the service line. She'll go almost front. Ebihari digs it out. Kushner sends it over. Jones sets it up for Koppen. And off Baruch hands Ebihari. It'll go out of bounds, and the point will go to the Beavers. We'll have some sub-ins on Beavers end, and we'll send number 9, Nyla Tom, middle blocker from Brooklyn, New York, at the service line for the CCNY Beavers. Tom will go back row to Ebihari as she digs it up. Muminovic will send it to Feratovic as she sends it over back end of the court. Catral will keep it in bounds, and the ball is bouncing up there in the Raptors, and that'll be set point here in the first set, 25-12, and we'll be back in the second set. And we're back here in the second set. Bearcats took the first set away, 25-18. We'll now have number 4, Aubrey Jones from the CCNY Beavers at the server's line. Aubrey is leading in assists today on her team with the total of 7. And she'll go back into the court on that one. Rivas will send it over to Ebihari as she digs it out. Muminovic will dig it out and set it up for Feratovic. And the first point will go to the Bearcats. And now we'll have number 4, Amina Muminovic at the service line for the Bearcats. Muminovic also leads today in assists, with also with the number of 7. And second points for the Bearcats. At the server's line once again, Muminovic. And Rivas will try to get that one for her team. Coppin will send it over. Ebihari will dig it out. And Muminovic will set it up for Chung as she sends that one over to Alatorre. She digs it out. And some odd positioning on the ball for Patral as she misses that one. And the point goes to the Bearcats. Chung leads today in kills for her team. And another point for the Bearcats. And an ace for Muminovic. And there'll be a timeout on Beavers end. And we're back here in the second set as the Bearcats are ahead 4-0. And we'll have number 4, Muminovic, at the server's line for the Bearcats. And she'll go back row to Alatorre. She digs it out. And Coppin will try to send it over, but it will go into the net. So the point will go to the Bearcats. Their nice servers run once again. She had a nice servers run in the first set and starting off the game. And starting off the second set, she has another great servers run as she just gained another ace. Muminovic will go way back on that one. She'll get a server's error. So the point will go to the Beavers. And number 24, Ariana Rivas at the server's line for the Beavers. Rivas will go back row to Ebihari as she digs it out. Muminovic will set it up for Chung, and she'll go to Jones back row. Ebihari will dig it out for Muminovic one more time, and Taveras will send it over. And Rivas will send it back over Some miscue on Bearcats' end as two girls went for the same ball, Taveras and Ebihari. So the point will go to the Beavers as they're starting to pick up the pace. 6-2. Rivas at the service line once again. Ebihari will dig it out back row. And Feratovic will send it over to Alatorre. She digs it out, and Jones will set it up for Coppin as she sends it over to Kushner and digs it out. Ebihari will dig it out to Muminovic, and she'll send it over. Jones setting it up for Tom. Point will go to the Bearcats. Number 6, Sarah Chung at the service line for the Bearcats. Chung will go right into the net for that one on a server's error. The point will go to the Beavers. And we'll have number 9, Nyla Tom, freshman, middle blocker from Brooklyn, at the service line for the Beavers. Tom will go way, way back on that one, and Ebihari recovers, but nobody was able to tap it over for the Bearcats, so the point will go to the Beavers, and an ace will go to Tom. We'll be right back. Bearcat timeout. And we're back here in the second set. Bearcats lead 7-4. And number 9, Nyla Tom at the service line for the Beavers. She'll go back row on that one to Ebihari as she digs it out. And Kushner will send it back over. And Coppin will send it back over to Chung as she digs that one out. And it will be a nice strong swing for Feratovic as she gains the point for the Bearcats. And we'll have some sub-ins on both ends. And in other CUNY news, we have another game going on, quarterfinal, against Lehman and John Jay. And John Jay just took away the first set, 25-16. So we'll have some more updates on that game throughout our game. And we'll have number 9, Fernanda Zamora at the service line for the Bearcats. Nice effort by Cottrell to keep it in, but her team could not get it over the net, so the point will go to the Bearcats as they lead 9-4 here in the second set. Zamora at the service line once again. And she'll go back row on that one and off Alatorre's hands. The ball will go out of bounds. So the ball will be sent back to Zamora at the Bearcat servers line. Zamora is the third in her team tonight to be leading by aces. Second up is Chung, and first is Muminovic with 3. Muminovic will set it up for Kushner, and she'll go way, way back on that one. And the point will go to the Beavers. We'll have 3 going for 9. And we'll have number 8, Bianca Cottrell, sophomore from New York, at the servers line for CCNY. And Cottrell will go back row to Ebihari as she digs it up. Muminovic will set it up for Kushner, and she'll swing that one over to Alatorre as she digs it out. And Coppin will send it over to Chung as she digs it out. And Kushner will send it back over to Alatorre, but unable to dig it out was Alatorre. So the point and ball will go to the Bearcats. Oh, my fault. It was out of bounds. So good call by number 10, Libero. And the ball will be given once again to Cottrell at the server's line. She'll go middle back row to Chung. And Feratovic will send it over, gaining a point for the Bearcats. And we'll have number 8, Anesa Feratovic, at the server's line for the Bearcats. And off Beavers' hands. Alatorre tried to set that one up for her teammates, but rolled off the hands, off the court. So the point will go to the Bearcats. And Feratovic will take it away once again as she just gained an ace. Hard one to recover for the Beavers. Out of bounds off of Beavers' hands, so the ball once again will be sent back to Feratovic, as she just got 2 aces in a row. And Feratovic will go middle row to Coppin. She digs it out. Beavers get it over. Muminovic will set it up for Perkowski. Nice swing for Perkowski, but an even nicer block for the Beavers. And we'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end, 24 in for 2. And now we have number 3, Fatima Coppin, freshman from Queens. At the service line for the Beavers, she'll go middle row to Kushner. She digs it out. Ebihari will set it up for Chung. Chung will go back row on that one as Coppin sets it up. And Perkowski with a nice tap over as she gains the ball back for the Bearcats. And number 10, Elizaveta Kushner at the service line for Baruch. Kushner will go middle row to Rivas on that one. Nice tap over for the Beavers. Ebihari sets it up. And a nice tap over for Chung. Jones digs it out. Coppin sends it back over to Kushner. Chung sets it up back up for Kushner. She swings it over back row to Alatorre. And not in the nick of time. Rivas just missed the dig out. The ball rolled out of bounds off Rivas' hand, so the point will go to the Bearcats, 15-7 here in the second set. And number 10, Elizaveta Kushner with a service error as she goes way, way back on that one. The point and ball will be sent to the Beavers. Number 10, Viviana Alatorre at the service line, libero. She'll go middle row to Ebihari as she digs it out. Muminovic will set it up for Chung. Nice strong swing. She goes back row to Coppin, and Rivas sends it over. Muminovic will set it up for Perkowski as she goes middle row to Cottrell on that one. Cottrell will send it back row to Kushner. Ebihari digs it out from Kushner, and Feratovic will send it back over to Cottrell. She digs it out, and Jones will set it up for Rivas with a tap over. Nice recover from Muminovic as it out of bounds. Chung will send it back over to Coppin, and Coppin will dig it out. Rivas will send it back to Chung, and Chung will dig it out to Muminovic as she sends it over. Rivas sending it back over, and a nice save by Perkowski. And she gains a point for the Bearcats. Her height was thankfully used there. She just got the ball, and we'll have a timeout on Beavers. Hello, and we're back here, still in the second set. Bearcats lead 16-8, and we have number 13, Ebihari, at the service line for the Bearcats. She'll go middle row to Rivas on that one. Coppin will set it back up for Rivas as she sends it over, and Ebihari will dig it out to Muminovic, and she'll send it to Chung. She sends it to Alatorre, but unable to dig it out for the Beavers. So the ball will go back to Ebihari. Ebihari will send it to Rivas, and it will go out of bounds. It was a hard one to recover. A nice ace for Ebihari as she takes the ball once again at the service line. And she'll go once again to Rivas, middle court. And once again, off the hands of the Beavers, it will be an ace for Ebihari. Went to the same exact spot, and the same exact thing happened once again. Hopefully the Beavers can get out of this funk. Ebihari at the service line, once again going to Rivas. She goes to Coppin. Coppin will send it to Trall, and she'll send it over the net to Chung as she digs it out. And Chung will send it over the net. Nice save for Taveras. And just outside the lines, the point will go to the Beavers, and number 4, Aubrey Jones, will take it back to the service line for CCNY. Jones will go way, way back on that one, and it'll be a service error for Jones. And the Baruch Bearcats will gain a point. Number 4, Amina Muminovic at the service line for the Bearcats. Muminovic will go middle row on that one. A Coppin. Jones will set it up for Rivas and she sends it over. Ebihari will dig it out, and Chung will send it back over. Nice block for the Beavers. Feratovic will send it back over. Alatorre will dig it out, and Jones will set it up for Tom as she finds a nice sweet spot in the middle of Bearcats court. So the ball will be sent to number 24, Ariana Rivas, at the service line for the Beavers. Rivas will go middle row to Kushner, and she'll dig it out. Ebihari will dig it out, and Feratovic will save the ball as it goes out of bounds. Jones will set it up for Coppin, and she sends it over to Ebihari to dig it out. Muminovic will send it up for Feratovic, but seems like there was some miscue. So point and ball will once again be sent back to Ariana Rivas. Rivas will go way back on that one, and Ebihari will dig it out. Just inside the lines. Bearcats got lucky with that one and gained a point. We'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end, 6 in for 24. And we'll have number 6 on Bearcats' end, Sarah Chung, at the service line. Chung with a nice strong swing will go back row and off the hands of Alatorre. And a nice ace for Chung. Chung will go back row to Cobb, and she'll dig it out, and Jones will set it up for Cottrell with a nice tap over. Muminovic will set it up for Kushner as she swings that one over. And got a wrong spin on the ball as it goes out of bounds. The point will go to the Beavers, and we'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end before number 9, Nyla Tom, takes the server's line. Tom goes middle back row to Ebihari as she digs it out. Muminovic will set it up for Feratovic as she goes back row to Tom. And a hard one to recover, but they did as Jones sends it back over for the Beavers. And Kushner will send it back over, but the blockers got the best of her. And Chung will try to get that one over, but Beavers blockers got the best once again. So there'll be a timeout for Baruch, and it's 23-13. We'll be right back. And we're back here in the second set as the Bearcats lead 23-13. And Tom just sent it over to the Bearcats court. And Jones will set it up for Coppin as she tries to get it back over, but goes into the net. So the points will go to the Bearcats, and this could be set points for Baruch. And we'll have some sub-ins on both ends first. And then number 9, Fernanda Zamora, will take the service line for the Bearcats. Zamora will go back, Rhoda Alatore, she digs it out, and Jones will set it up and send over a nice tap over for the Beavers. So the point will go to CCNY. We'll have some sub-ins once again on Bearcats' end. Petral will take the service line for the Beavers. Ebihari will dig it out. Muminovic will send it to Perkowski. And that will be set points here in the second set, 25-14. And we'll be back in the third set. And here we are in the third set. Starting off once again at the service line here in the set is Amina Muminovic, number 4. Muminovic will reach on a service error here in the third set as the ball goes into the net. But each set she served before was a great service run. And now we'll have number 24, Ariana Rivas, at the service line for the Beavers. She'll go middle row to Ebihari as she digs it out. And Chung will send it back over to Jones, and it'll go off the hands of Jones out of bounds. So the points will go to the Bearcats. We'll have number 6, Sarah Chung, at the service line. Before she serves, we'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end. 2 in for 24. And Chung will go middle back row to Alatorre on that one. And Coppin will send it over back to Chung as she digs it out. And Muminovic will send it up for Kushner as she taps it over. And Jones will set it up for Tom as she taps that one over. Ebihari will dig it out, and Kushner will send it over through Beavers blockers. The point will go to the Bearcats. And Chung will take it back once again. Chung will go middle row to Coppin, and she digs that one over the net. Ebihari will dig that one over. Alatorre will set it up to Jones. Jones will set it up for Cattrall. Nice, too strong of a swing for Cattrall as it goes out of bounds. Chung at the service line. She'll go back row on that one. Alatorre will dig it out for Coppin, and she'll send it over. Ebihari will dig it out to Feratovic, and she'll send that one over. Now Alatorre will dig it out once again to Coppin. Chung digs that one out to Muminovic, and Muminovic will send it to Kushner. Nice strong swing, but a nice save for the Beavers. An amazing save. That one was way out of bounds, but Alatorre was able to dig that one out and run towards it. And Coppin will send it over. And Muminovic will send it to Chung as she swings that one to number 10, Libero, back row. And Coppin will send it once over to Ebihari as she digs it out. And it was nice volley on both sides, but the Beavers came out on top in the end. Starting off set number 3, neck and neck, 3-2. And we'll have number 9 for the Beavers, Nyla Tom, at the service line. And Tom will reach on a service error, and the ball goes into the net. So the point will go to the Bearcats, and we'll have some sub-ins on both ends. And number 9, Fernanda Zamora, at the service line for the Bearcats. Zamora will go middle back row on that one, and Jones will dig it out for Cattrall. And a nice effort for Zamora as she tries to dig that one out, but was not there in time. So the points will go to the Beavers. And number 8, Bianca Cattrall at the service line for the Beavers. Cattrall will go backward to Chung on that one. Feratovic will set it up for Kushner, and she'll go backward to number 10, Libero. She digs it out to Jones, and Jones will set it up for Coppin as she sends it over to Chung as she digs that one out. And Perkowski with a lovely tap over in a nice, sweet spot on the end of the court. Point will go to the Bearcats. And number 8, Anesa Feratovic at the service line for the Baruch Bearcats. Feratovic will go middle row to Alatorre as she digs it out to Coppin, and Coppin will set it up for Jones. Nice effort for the Bearcats, but a nice strong swing for Burkowski, and it ricocheted off Beavers blockers, off the hands of the Bearcats, unable to recover in time. Point will go to the Beavers. And number 3, Fatima Coppin at the service line for CCNY. And she'll reach on a server's error as it trickles off back into their court off the net. And the ball will be sent to number 10, Elizaveta Kushner, at the server's line for the Bearcats. Kushner will go middle row on that one to Coppin. Cottrell will send it over just inside the lines. Cottrell will get a nice sweet spot. She spiked that ball really fast, and it would have been a hard one for the Bearcats to recover. We have a 1-point game here in the third set, and number 10, Alatorre at the server's line for the Beavers. She'll go to Ebihara, and Ebihara will dig it out. And Chung will send it over back to Alatorre, and a nice dig out for Alatorre. And Rivas will send it back over, but a little too strong for Rivas as it goes out of bounds, so the points will go to the Bearcats. Number 13, Minami Ebihara at the server's line. And she'll go to Rivas and rolls off the hands of Rivas out of bounds, so the points will go to the Bearcats, and the ace will go to Minami Ebihara. Once again, at server's line, Ebihara goes to Cottrell. She digs it out. Coppin sets it up for Rivas, and she sends it back over to Ebihara. Muminovic will set it up for Taveras. And a nice save for the Beavers as they get it back over to Kushner, and she digs it out, and Taveras will tap it over, and they will retaliate with another tap over. Thankfully, Bearcats was able to recover it. And now it will be Bearcats points as Torres' dig out went out of bounds. And number 13, once again, will take the service line for the Bearcats. Ebihara will go middle row to Rivas, then to Cottrell, and back to Rivas as she sends it to Kushner, and she digs it out. Muminovic will set it up for Feratovic, and she'll send it back over the net, and unable to recover was the Beavers, so the points will go back to the Bearcats, and we'll have a timeout on Beavers' end. We'll be right back. And we're back here in the third set in the Arc Arena. Ebihara send it over. Jones will dig it out. Cottrell will send it over to Kushner, and she'll dig it out. Muminovic will set it up for Chung, and Chung will tap it over. And it will get through Beavers blockers as the Bearcats gain a point. Leading here in the third set is 11-5, the Bearcats, and a nice service run is for Minami Ebihara. And taking it back to another quarterfinal game as Ebihara just gained another ace. John Jay won the first set against Lehman, 25-16, and we'll be right back one moment. we're back here in third set. 12 to 6 is leading the Bearcats. And the Beavers just gained a point. And number 4, Aubrey Jones, will take the service line for CCNY. And Jones will just gain a server's ace. And back on quarterfinal news, John Jay took away the second set as well, 25 to 23. And they are leading the third set as we speak. The last known score was 8 to 1, but it is probably higher by now. And the Beavers just gained a point as they're trying to catch up to the Bearcats. And Baruch will call a timeout again. We'll be right back. And we're back after another timeout. As you can see, trying to string the game along as much as each coach can. And the Beavers just took away that point as they're trailing just 3 points behind the Bearcats here in the third set. And this is a big set for the Beavers as it determines if they'll go on to another set. And we'll have Jones at the server's line once again for CCNY. She'll go to Chung as she digs it out. Muminovic will set it to Taveras. And Taveras will get a wrong spin on the ball as she goes out of bounds. So that'll be a nice point earned for the Beavers. And Jones on a nice server's run will take the line again. And I may have jinxed it as she reached a server's error as the ball goes into the net. So the point will go to the Bearcats. We have a 3-point game here in the third set. Muminovic at the server's line for the Bearcats. And she'll go to Rivas on that one as she digs it out. And too many taps for the Beavers. So the points will go to the Bearcats. Muminovic will take it back one more time. Muminovic will go back, or to Alatorre, she digs it out, and Jones will set it up for Control. She sends it to Ebihari nice and strongly, and Chung will try to send it back over and successfully gains the point. Muminovic at the server's line will go back over to Alatorre as she digs it out, and Jones will set it up for Rivas as she taps it over to Ebihari. Ebihari digs it out to Muminovic as she sets it up to Feratovic. But too strong of a swing for Feratovic as she goes way, way back on that one, and the point will go to the Beavers. Bearcats just 10 points away from a set game here in the third set. But not too far behind them is the Beavers, and Ariana Rivas at the server's line for the Beavers. And the Beavers will gain that point. And the ball will once again be sent to Rivas at the server's line. And of us will reach on a server's error on that one. The point will go to the Bearcats. And we'll have some sub-ins on Beavers' end, 2 in for 24. And then we'll have number 6 on Bearcats' end, Sarah Chung at the server's line.
Let's go. Set three.
Chung will go back row to number 10 libero, Alatore, and Jones will set it up for number 2 to tap it over. Ebihari will dig it out, and Taveras will tap it over. Nice recover, but it's not enough as too many taps. The Beavers end. A nice server's run for Chung here in the third set. And Chung will go back row once again, same spot to Alatore, and Coppin will send it over to Ebihara as she digs it out to Muminovic, and Doring will try to get that one through Beavers blockers, and she did. So the points will go to the Bearcats as they lead 18-12 here in the third set. If the Bearcats keep this up, they could take away the third set. Chung will go back to Coppin as she digs it and rolls off her hands out of bounds, and it will be an impossible one to recover for the Beavers. So the ball will be sent once again to Chung. And Chung will go back row on that one. And Cottrell gets it over the net to Muminovic. Ebihara will dig it out. Nice block for the Beavers. And Doring with a nice tap over to Jones as she digs it out, though. Muminovic will set it up for Feratovic, and she'll go back row to Alatore. Jones will set it up for Coppin. Hard one to recover for Coppin as the ball was definitely out of bounds, so she had to position herself out of bounds to recover that. 20-12. Chung at the server's line. And Chung had a great server's run, but she just reached on a server's error. So that will be a point for the Beavers. And they'll have their number 9 middle blocker, Nyla Tom, at the server's line for CCNY. Tom will go back row to Ebihara as she digs it out, and Muminovic will set it up for Feratovic. Just inside. The refs are saying off the hand, so it might have just so slightly got off the hands of a Beavers player and out of bounds. And we'll have some sub-ins on Bearcats' end. And number 9, Fernanda Zamora, will be sent to the server's line for the Bearcats. And that will be a nice server's ace for Zamora.
Number 9, Fernanda Zamora.
Fernanda at the server's line once again. She'll go back row to Alatore. She'll dig it out, and Jones will send it over. Feratovic will dig that one out, and Doring will send it over. Coppin will set it up. Successfully, Beavers got it over. Muminovic will set it up for Kukowski. Hard one to recover for the Bearcats, but the point will go to the Beavers as the ball goes out of bounds off of Bearcats' hands. And we'll have number 3 in for number 9, and number 10 in as well for number 5 on Bearcats' end. And we'll have number 9. My mistake, number 8, Bianca Cottrell at the server's line for the Beavers. Cottrell will go middle back on that one. Kushner will send it back over, and Jones will set it up for Cottrell. She swings that one over back row to Muminovic. Ebihara will dig it out for Feratovic, and she'll go way back on that one, finding a nice empty spot. Point will go to the Bearcats. 23-14 here in the third set. And we'll have number 8, Anesa Feratovic, at the server's line for Baruch. Feratovic will go middle row on that one. Some miscue on Beavers' end as Feratovic just gained an ace. And this will be match points here in the third set. And some interesting news as the game just beat me. So that'll be set point 25-14 as the Bearcats take away the game. And in other interesting news, John Jay just took away the game as we were all both in the last set point at the same exact time. They took away the game against Lehman. So the semifinals will be held at Hunter at 6 p.m. November 3rd, this Thursday. Baruch against Hunter. Have a nice night.